What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing today? Getting to kind of feels like a late start, but it's only 5 o'clock. So there's that. We have no sun anymore. It's disappeared. This is the only sun we have now. It's LED lights. So tonight, my plan, my goal, my dreams, my wishes is to film a couple of YouTube videos for my Do React. Hello? You fell over. Hold on. Alright, come on. Stand up. Where you at? There you are. For my Do React channel. Legos are in the shot. So, I've got to clean off my desk because my desk is always a mess. Then I'm going to go eat supper. If you were here for the saga of the, beef stew yesterday. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to start this video. So if you're here for the saga of the beef stew yesterday and how it was not done, and then I had to go to Cracker Barrel because that wasn't done, and then we had to leave Cracker Barrel and go get Subway. Yeah, it was a crazy day yesterday. Go check out the video. Absolutely nuts. But today, Holly, gets it back out, starts plugging it up about 11 o'clock, is going to have a good solid, couple of hours to heat back up, and do all the stuff, all the things. She hooks it up at 11, walks away from it. I cook lunch, or actually I picked up lunch. We had Dairy Queen. Was really looking forward to a flamethrower from them. Absolutely bomb. But got a flamethrower, ate lunch, did some fruit, changed out the fruit, bagged up the fruit, did all the things for the fruit business. And then I walk over, it's probably 2 o'clock. And I look and there's it kind of solidified last night in the fridge. So it just hardened up and there was just a little bit of a fat crust on the top, right? And that was still there. It wasn't when fat gets hard, it kind of makes a layer. It wasn't thawed. It wasn't melted down like fat should be rendered down. And I was like, what's going on here? And I look, crockpot is unplugged. She got this whole thing out and got everything ready, and the crockpot wasn't even plugged up. So we had to plug it up, turn it on warm. I just tested it. The carrots and stuff are still hard, so we're going to have to wait about another hour, maybe 2, before we can eat. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I decided to come out here and set up for filming some music videos. I've got an editor. I've got my student. He's on board. The school is okay with me using him as a editor. So I'm going to film 4 videos, and I'm going to give all 4 of those to him. Starting off, since it's coming out of my pocket and he's just learning and stuff, we settled on $25 per video, and that comes with 1 revision. So pretty much what it means is I can't keep sending the video back to him over and over again until it's perfect. Everything that's wrong, I'll tell him after watching it the first time, say, hey, fix these things, and then he'll be like, cool, fix those things, and we're done. And honestly, I don't think there'll be much of that because dude's a really good editor. So super excited to work with him, get some stuff going with that. So I'm getting everything cleaned up out here so I can have space to work and do the stuff and do the things. One thing that I'm excited about is NF is dropping a new music video, and every single person who has a popular channel doing music video reacts, their turning point is NF. NF is huge. NF's following is deep. They care about their music, and I'm going to literally, he's my favorite artist of all time, and this EP looks absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited about it. Yeah, so I'm just, thrilled to get some music from him and probably new music videos. But yeah, I'm gonna set this thing up out here, and then we'll probably do some fruit tonight. Man, it's been a crazy day, crazy week. I gotta figure out something. This camera will stay up. It's driving me crazy. Okay, come on. Would you just stand up? For the love. For the love. I need a tripod. All right. Wow, that was difficult. Okay. So, why is so much headroom? Okay, good. Oh, that's why I was going to fall over if I don't have 6 foot of headroom. All right. So, we got some bad news today. Not bad news, but gonna make it harder to achieve news. As you know, I've started this fruit business for one of my YouTube channels, Journey to $1 Million. That YouTube channel is where I turned $20 into $1 million. We started that. We bought all the equipment. We got everything going. I want to make it legal, so I went and did some research on what it would take. And whenever I use ChatGPT a lot, and I ChatGPT'd it and didn't put in the state. For some reason, ChatGPT thought I was in Tennessee. I'm not. So in Tennessee, you can sell online and do all kinds of stuff. And as long as you're under, I think it's 120 grand, you can sell online for your business and be in your home. So you can have your own fruit dehydrated business in your home up until you make $120,000 a year. Then you need a professional kitchen. As it is with most states. I live in Kentucky. Kentucky has some weird law where you can only make $60,000 from home, and you can only sell to local people. You can only sell to people at farmers markets, at craft shows, on Facebook Marketplace, to your local friends and family. You can't go out of state, which is crazy because I literally live 20 minutes from the Tennessee state line. So I cannot sell to people in Tennessee that are 20 minutes from my house because of this law. And in order to sell online, in order to do this, I have to have an industrial commercial kitchen, like literal, like FDA approved kitchen. And every other state has like minimum laws where you can do, I think it's like the cottage something law. So cottage, I don't know what it's called, but it's stupid. But yeah, all these other states you could sell from in-home businesses up to $60,000 to $120,000 before having to have a commercial kitchen. And I want to test this market and see if this is a liable business. I don't want to jump in and automatically start spending. I did the math because I want to know how much it's going to cost for me to do something. I did find out there's a loophole that I could do, and I could have a place on my property as a commercial kitchen, but it has to be approved and tested by people. And it cannot be, like, I could use a garage, I could use like a basement or something like that that's a part of my house, but it has to have a bathroom, it has to have a three sink dishwashing system, or 3-sink washing bay for dishes and stuff like that. It's pretty much an industrial sink that costs like $600. All the countertops have to be stainless steel, and this is all this makes sense. All this is smart, right? But to jump in and do this right off the cuff is crazy. Like I don't want to spend $20,000 on a business that I haven't tested yet. I know there's a market for it, yes, but like I don't want to jump in and do this business any like confirmation of like, hey, I can actually do this business. You know, I wish I could sell online up to $60,000. But like, I don't see what's the difference between selling online to people locally to make sure my business is legit, to only selling to local people and local people in my area. So I don't know. I feel like selling online should be a part of it, but it's against the law for me to go out and sell something out of state with the basic license that they have. And the next license is a commercial kitchen. So it's like you can sell from your home and make $60,000 to your friends and family, and then you can do a commercial kitchen. So I think that's a crazy leap. But that's the law. So what we're going to try to do is I figured it out. There's a shipping container. out of Franklin, Tennessee that cost $5,000. It's like a little shy of 6,000. It was like $5,565 or something crazy like that. So and it's fully electric, fully powered. It's got heating and air. Has a working sink. It has a working restroom. It's 20 foot long, which is more than enough for what I need. I'm only going to put like a wall of dehydrators and have a place where I cut the fruit and put the fruit in the dehydrators. That's all I'm doing. So I got to have a place to do that. So we figured it all out, and a little shy of $10,000. It's about $9,000. I can buy the tables that I need. I can buy the shipping container and the sink. The sink is a very important thing. You need to be able to wash your hands in a separate sink, and you need to be able to wash your dishes in a certain sink. So you got to have a 3-tub system where you can soap, rinse, and dry, apparently. So I've got to pretty much make an industrial kitchen, and to do that at its cheapest, I can do it for a little shy of $10,000. So we're going to have to sell 10,000, probably actually more than that, because we're still trying to get out of debt. I don't know. We might push this business. I'm going to have to change how I take the money, because we need to get that money as quick as possible so that I can go nationwide. So we're going to sell locally to some people. What I figured out what I can do is I can sell in farmers markets, and I can sell in farm stands and different things like that are local. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to people who are already selling local products that have this cottage license, and I'm going to sell to them my products and let them sell to their people and just say that they have a new product, right? And let them split the money between them. So I'm going to be like the guy who provides it, gives it to them, and they then buy it from me, and we split the profits. So it's going to be a little bit less money, but I'm going to try to get out as fast as I can to as many people as I can and have some stable sales coming in right away. Then we're going to just push Facebook ads for local stuff, I guess. There's a farmer's market on the 20-something of this month. I'm going to try to get into that. The problem is it's going to be harder to sell up front, so we might have to go and pull some money from other projects. We might have to go Spark again for some more fruit to make money for that, so we could have like a lot on hand in order to be able to sell the stuff in person. I'm also wanting to buy some smaller bags, because the bags we have are huge, and I want to have like a small version and a large version so people can pick which one they want. But yeah, that's the problem that we ran into today. Really frustrated with it. Don't understand why I can't sell online. Like with Etsy and with all these other things that people can sell online with, and I can't sell online with this. I mean, every other state can do it, as long as you have that base license, and the base license here restricts me from selling online, and most other states you're allowed to do that. So very frustrated with that. But what stinks is, like, literally if we lived in Tennessee that's 20 minutes away, we could literally just sell anywhere and as fast as we wanted. Because $120,000 is what Tennessee's is, I believe, that you can sell before you have to have a commercial license per year. So it's not like, if I make $100,000 in 3 years or whatever, I got to get a thing then. It's just every year it starts over. So, and $120,000, I feel like that's doable, but definitely not in the first year. And now I'm sitting here I've got to spend $10,000 in order to get my business a commercial setup on my property so that I can sell online. And I don't even know if it's going to be like, it's going to work. I mean, I will only have a small market of people in my area. And what if people in my area aren't interested in this? And also can't sell to restaurants and bars, which was going to be a huge tactic that I was going to go about, because if I can get a bar or restaurant who wants, I need 300 limes a month. That's 300 limes a month that I'm constantly making, and I've got to sell right there, and I can't do that in the state of Kentucky. So very frustrated with that. Kind of rambling a little bit, but yeah, just really just set me off today. But it makes me want to get to work even faster so that I can get my $10,000 as fast as possible. So what I think I'm going to do is I know I need another dehydrator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking 30%, putting it back towards fruit, and then I'm going to take 70% and put it towards equipment and making everything, So we're going to start off, we're going to take 30% of whatever we make, and I'm going to buy fruit with that and start just, stockpiling. So if I sell something for $20, so if I sell something for $10, I'm going to take $3 and use that to buy more fruit. And I'm going to take, the $7, and I'm going to put that towards savings and just do it that way until we are able to buy an industrial thing. And then we're going to go 50-50, because in order to do this, I got to sell online. Like, there's no way around it. To make this as profitable as I want it to be, I need a commercial kitchen. Also just bought a sealer for the company because we have Mylar bags. So we're going to be able to seal those. It's like a little clap plate, and you just put them on there and it heats it up and it melts it to it. So you can rip the tag off and then open your Mylar bags, and it keeps them a lot fresher. So we bought that. That was 60 something bucks. So we're pretty much out of money, and now we need to start making money. So I am doing the last bit of limes, the last bit of oranges right now. So I've got oranges, limes, and lemons running right now. Tonight I'm going to work on either apples or mangoes. I'm not sure which one I want to start on. I think I'm going to do apples just because I'm going to start pushing those this weekend. I'm not going to talk about the mangoes this weekend. I'll probably wait till next weekend to make sure that those work. And then once we do the mangoes and the apples, we're out of fruit. So we need to either go buy some more, which I think we're only down to like $40 that we have left from our initial investment of this business. So I might have to sell some of what I got and go buy more to see what I got. You know what I'm saying? So playing by the $20 only spent business is really difficult. So we started all of this with just $20. Okay. So we're just kind of playing where we can only spend what we have. And we started with $20. We were able to raise enough, and over a couple of weekends, we raised $600 for this project. We're going to put that we put that in a separate account so that it's all coming from that. And we know that this is how much we have to spend for this business. And yeah, we are seriously just locked in, just trying to sell as much as we can with just that money. I have like $160 or so that I could spend on fruit from other projects that I have. It's like the eBay business. I've got like a couple $100 in there in that account that I could buy fruit with. I would rather not, just so we can say that we did it with our initial startup cost. And we might spend another weekend just sparking to raise money for the business again, just so we can get another dehydrator and more fruit. Because I feel like, man, if I was going nationwide, I would need a dehydrator ASAP. But me doing local, I might be able to keep up with demand from that based off of supply and demand. I might not have as much of demand as I would be if I was going nationwide. Just kind of sucks. Sucked the wind out of my sails today for sure. Not excited about it, but it is what it is. You gotta pay to play, and that's the way they want it to be. But $50 gets me up to $60,000 locally. We're gonna do that farmers market and see how it goes. Maybe we can really get some stuff moving with that. it's at the farmer's marketplace, but it's like a fall something special. So it's like a little arts and crafts festival. But I got to get my license before I can do that and all that fun stuff. So, and that costs $50. And right now we are under $50 of what we have on our account. So we might have to pull to at least pay for the license. I don't know. I'm struggling, guys. It's a lot, but I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna go in here and figure stuff out, man. It's all you can do is just figure it out and just do with the best of what you got. And if all I got is selling locally, I'm going to find as many people who sell stuff locally. Dude, I got a stink bug that's like driving me insane. Those things are like dive bombers. They drive me crazy. Whew. Okay. So, like I was saying, just find as many people who are selling locally as I can and try to sell through them as well. Pretty much start my business as quick as possible with what I have. So we're going to post the Facebook page. Then I'm going to try to do like a $10 ad just to see if I can grow the Facebook page quickly and make some sales. So I'm going to start filming some content, do some different things, take some photos. I'm going to get all the apples cut up and do everything tonight. While that's going on, I'm going to be filming some B-roll of it. I feel like apples are going to sell good. I feel like we got some pretty good stuff here. We even thought about doing some simmer pots, which is not edible. So steam pots or something like that. My wife was talking about them. Apparently you like put them on the stove and you just kind of put it on low and it heats up and just makes your house smell really good. I don't know. So we might do something like that because you're not eating it technically. You could, I guess, if you wanted to, but it's not sold as an edible item. And we could buy some other stuff and put it all together, some poopery stuff, and just make it. But I don't know. We might do something like that. We're trying to find other ways to use the dehydrator to make money where we can sell stuff to more people. So it's kind of a rough situation, but that's where we're at. That's what we're locked on. We got to do what we got to do with what we got. And my state sucks, and my county definitely sucks. Not my county. Sorry, my city sucks. The city of Mayfield is garbage, and all they want is money. So I can't push anything until I've got this little business license, because I had a friend who I was filming videos for, doing the pressure washing business. We posted his video, instantly called up, "Hey, you gotta have a business license from the city of Mayfield." Not, "Hey, didn't know if you knew this, but if you do work inside the city limits, you do have to have a permit from the city of Mayfield. Just want to let you know, give you a heads up." No, it wasn't that. They literally called him and was like, "You got to get a permit." Somebody printed out like his Facebook post, left it on the guy who's supposed to go around checking for all the licenses desk. Like, who does that? That's a crazy person. You're a psycho. And first off, he didn't make any money in the city of Mayfield. Hasn't done a job in Mayfield yet. The city of Mayfield was just so money hungry that they were just like trying to get this guy in trouble because they thought he was doing business, and he hasn't yet. And it's literally about to be wintertime, and he just got his stuff, so there's no way he's going to make over $600 on this stuff. I don't know. It's ridiculous. So that's kind of where we're at. And I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead of it and get all these licenses before I post anything about it, because if they're on him, they'll be on me too, because me and Jamie are friends. So I guarantee whoever printed that out will be quick to print out a page of mine as soon as I start posting about it. So, which is absolutely outrageous. People can't, we know we're supposed to have licenses. We know this. You got to make sure you got to market first before you spend a couple $100 on a permit for the last 3 months of the year. You know, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Politics are stupid, and people in politics drive me insane. If you're in politics, I love you, though. Thank you for watching this video. I'm rambling, so I'm going to go ahead and just stop right here. We're going to go ahead and finish setting up for doing a couple of video shoots tonight and go eat supper with the kids. All right, so tonight didn't go to plan. Get done with supper, and both the kids wanted to snuggle up and watch cat videos. So we snuggled, and we watched cat videos on my phone. So we didn't do any videos tonight. So tomorrow, while he takes a nap, I'm going to film those videos. But the kids wanted to hang out, and now it's 10 o'clock. I kept them up like an hour past their bedtime just watching cat videos. So Ronan pretty much was out. I just carried him down. He literally laid down, rolled over, and fell asleep instantly. So he was dead tired. We stayed up way past bedtime. So yeah, that's where I'm in the vlog. We didn't do much after that. So we got it set up for tomorrow though. So get one step closer.